Hello, adventure enthusiasts! Here are some vintage trading videos EBO produced in the late 1990s. These videos actually helped get us blacklisted from a leading trade association. After all, trading was reserved for only certain approved vendors, right? Ha ha ha! Fast forward to present day where the coronavirus has shut down our industry. Every vendor seems to be clamoring for a virtual presence and is creating training content in this new era of online learning. So we thought it about time to blow off the digital dust and make these videos available once again. Enjoy!
Okay, you take your ropes down. We're going to leave the SRBs up for this night overnight. Go more than a couple days, go ahead and take them down. When I pull the rope, I want to make sure it's not twisted or tangled. Make sure nobody else is around me. I'm going to pull the rope up and through to shear it up the block. And when the tail comes around the top, I don't want to be in its way. So I'm going to say, rope! And that keeps people that's coming through, it falls to the ground, and a nice stab. Now what I'm going to do is just kind of pile this up in a clean stack before I inspect it. So I've got one tail. I'm going to toss it out where I can later come back and find it. And I'm going to inspect and feel for cuts, abrasions, deformity in the ropes, flat spots. I'm also going to look for any cuts or abrasions or any kind of fuzzy. As I do it, I'm going to stack it on the ground right here at my feet. And that'll help it coil up later on. But you really need to do a tactile inspection at the end of the day every time you put the rope away. So there I got my clean stack with the bottom tail at the bottom of the stack and the top tail. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the Mountaineer coil. Start with the tail, about so long. For me, it's about over my chest and down just about my kneecap. And take the rope with a half little twist, create a loop. Half little twist, create a loop. Just repeat that process and keep it as clean as I can the whole way through the process. Again, this is forcing me to do a tactile inspection of the whole rope. Stop with about that much tail left over, because now I want to come back and find the original tail I started with, create a bite or a loop, and I want to lay it on top of the coil and rope. And from there I want to reach through and take the long tail and start winding it back on itself across the top of the coil loop. And you'll notice I'm putting it on top of the bite, because that's going to help me seal the rope off at the end. And I'm showing you this is the classic mountaineering coil. This is the way you see it referred to in textbooks. Take the tail up through the end of the bite, take the tail of the bite, pull it through, and if you like, you can go ahead and finish off with a square knot. But that's the classic mountaineer coil. Ideally in textbooks, and if you have to hike with it, you can just lay it over your shoulder like this, and you can just carry your rope. When you store it then, you can store it like in a cupboard or on dowel rods. You just go ahead and hang the rope like that. Another way to do it, and I'll show you on this rope. Again, pull it through, make sure no one's around so nobody gets hit in the face or the eye. Rope! Try and clear yourself. Again, now I got to do the whole stack and inspection. Start at the tail, toss it out where I can later find it. Stack and inspect your rope again for those deformities, cuts, frays, flat spots, anything that doesn't feel normal when it's new. Felt something there, a little piece of fuzz, but it's not bad. Stack. Now the next coil is called a butterfly coil. And there's really two ways I can show you how to do it. I'll show you the first classic way, and then I'll show you the quick way to hang it up in your storage unit. The classic way is to take one tail, leave it again about for me, out from my chest, down to go past my knee. And then this time, instead of doing a loop here, I'm just going to create like a loop and hang it off to the side of my hand. Create another equal size loop, and this time hang it on the inside of my hand. So it's a loop on the outside, a loop on the inside. And what happens is, you can see it starts to form like wings, like a butterfly, and that's where it kind of gets its name from. Advantages of a butterfly coil over a mountaineer coil is, if you want, you can throw this out when you drop rope, and it won't tangle. Whereas a mountaineer coil will tangle up and get all birds nested on you, and you have to go ahead and take all that time to untangle it. So butterfly is quicker, it doesn't tangle as much, but it also doesn't make me deliberately inspect the rope as much. So I really want to go slow, feel every part, and look at it. And this is the classic butterfly. What I want to show you is a quick way to do it for your ropes course application. So I'm going to just find the tail here. Again, it's a butterfly, so if I drop it, it won't tangle up. Mountaineer coil will. So if I go find my other tail off the bottom of my stack, I'm now going to coil the rope kind of double at a time, or twice the rope in the same motion. Again, there's my tail to start. Make a wing on the inside, the outside of my hand, the inside, and you can see how much quicker this is going. Then I get about this much bite left over. All I do is I take it in my hand and I go around the whole body of the rope and give it a little tug to cinch it up. And it stacks all pretty. Then here now, again with the leftover, grab it with my little fingers, pull a loop through the middle, and take the bite up through that loop. You just go ahead and hang it like in a wood dowel rod in the storage unit. The advantages of a ropes course is I can take that off the shelf now, put the carabiner in it, put it right onto my harness. When I lobster claw up, here's the midline of my rope. Keep the midline in my hand. I can untangle it, look over the climbing rope or the climbing wall, shout rope, make sure no one's around, and they can drop the rope nice and clean, goes all over the ground and it won't tangle. And And then this end can be up in your Stargate or your SRB. So again, I'm going to quick coil this up, then I'm going to inspect it. Let's get over here real quick. Start with my tails even. And just do my butterfly. And after you coil a couple thousand ropes, you get them nice and straight. I'm also going to show you an alternate way. Let's say if you wanted, you could also take and wrap your rope up this way. And I showed you how to pull it through and hang it off the bike. You could also continue with your wrapping. And on the very last one, you could pull it through, open the bite up, and go over the top of the whole rope. We'll cinch it down. And you can hang the rope off a little bigger, like a piece of 2x4 off all the coils. Like that in your storage unit. So there are the ways to coil a rope and store it properly in your equipment shed. What you want to avoid is having like a rusty nail and hanging your ropes on a rusted nail, which is going to just cause a sharp bend in the rope and also cause a rust spot in your rope. It's just really not good rope characteristics and good handling.